I recently wrote a blog and I'll link it down in the description. And the blog talks about how the physical symptoms of perimenopause and menopause are being talked about more now at this point in time than pretty much any other point in time. It's always been something to be suppressed or pushed back or be ashamed of. So I see a lot of information coming out about perimenopause and menopause and having those conversations and supporting women and talking about what every woman goes through in one way or another, whether it's through time and a natural menopause or if it's an induced menopause from a hysterectomy or from chemotherapy. Um, but one thing I am still a little dismayed about is the still how the emotional side of perimenopause and menopause is viewed. So, well, first, hello and welcome. I'm Carol Cabelli. I am a licensed therapist and I support the emotional health and wellness of women over 40. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about the emotional implications or the emotional impact of perimenopause because I don't see I don't see a lot of it out there. I see a lot more about the physical symptoms, and it seems like the emotions are lumped in with the physical symptoms because the emotions uh, are connected to the hormone fluctuations, right? So here are the hormone fluctuations, and here are the emotions, the anxiety, the depression, the irritability, even sometimes the rage, um, the just the exhaustion, the burnout, and that's it's acknowledged and it's tied to the physical symptoms, but I think as a mental health therapist, the emotion should also be given their attention. It shouldn't just be like lumped in one package deal, right? You have your physical symptoms and you have your emotions that you're struggling with. They Yes, the physical symptoms should be taken into account, of course. So should the whole person and any other any other experience that or circumstance that they have going on right now, whether it's in their body, in their immediate world, or how they're feeling about the world in general. Yes, absolutely. But the emotions, I believe, in my opinion, should also be acknowledged for what they are and what the person's feeling, and not just be written off because it's happening at a time when the body is changing and the hormones are fluctuating and you're entering perimenopause or menopause. They should be honored as you would honor treating physical feelings, hot flashes, night sweats, brain fog, all lack of sleep, getting up in the middle of the night like 3 or 4 times to use the bathroom. The emotional feelings and experience should be honored as much as the physical experience. And what I'm seeing is the physical experience now is being brought out more. So at one time it wasn't honored. At one time it was like, just just put in the background, and yeah, I'm going through that. Yeah, I'm having a hot flash and I have to, just keep going because life goes on. So now that the conversation is more on the validating that experience of perimenopause and menopause and how challenging it can be, and finding a common community with women who are experiencing this, whether they are over 40. Many women under 40 experience perimenopause and menopause, and it's wonderful that that is happening, and that now more than ever, perimenopause and menopause are being acknowledged. But again, I want to see, I would love to see the emotional experience be honored as much, because it isn't just I'm anxious because my hormones are fluctuating. It could be I'm feeling anxious and I've never felt this way before. I've had women come and speak to me and say, I've had to deal with depression most of my life, and now I'm feeling anxious and I can't handle that. I can't handle anxiety. I'm not used to that. That's not something that's been on my radar. And I've had other women say, well, now that I'm feeling more vulnerable, I'm noticing that circumstances I've had in the past trauma, past experience, past disturbing circumstances, past, you know, family backgrounds that were dysfunctional, and women are noticing, noticing that during this time that, you know, these circumstances that they thought were handled or they thought they were healed from are coming back up again, or they're coming back up, period. That they may have never really processed these experiences and just kept moving forward and plowing through. Which brings me to the next point, which is many women, their coping skills don't seem to work anymore, or they don't work as well. How women have coped over the years, once they hit perimenopause, they find that it doesn't work. The things they used to do don't work, and a lot of the time, what they would do is they would just push it down, put it to the side. I'll deal with it later. Oh, this is I shouldn't be experiencing this. This person's going through worse, or I don't have time for this. I have too many other things on my plate to deal with. And then they find, when their hormones are fluctuating and they're feeling more vulnerable, that these circumstances are coming back up. And this should be recognized and it should be talked about, and it shouldn't be always a joke. Oh, look, she's so teary all the time. Oh, look, oh gosh, she must be like, having a perimenopause moment because she's, freaking out. The emotions should be honored, the experiences should be looked at. And I hope that this message in this video does reach people and does support people. I mean, even as a therapist, other therapists should be educated on perimenopause. I had someone come to me who said that they spent a lot of their time with their last therapist educating them about what they were experiencing in perimenopause. And they ended up leaving that therapist because they were just tired of spending so much time in the session explaining to them what their experience was. This shouldn't be happening. Therapists should be informed, and women should not feel ashamed because they're feeling more vulnerable, or because they're feeling more teary, or they're feeling feelings that they thought that they dealt with. So I I hope this video resonated. If it did, or if there is a specific like emotional experience or something you want me to speak more on in this respect, I mean, I will and have and will be doing videos about anxiety, depression, trauma, brain spotting, the way I work with people, coping skills, and things like this, and just general support, for the emotional part of you, going through this phase in life. And if there's something you'd like me to speak on specifically, I'd be happy to. So if that is the case, please comment. If you like this video, I know this wasn't like a video that says, oh, do this, do this, do this. This is more of a video to validate what's going on, and to feel happy and proud that, you know, perimenopause and menopause are being spoken about, and are being spoken about more openly. and to just kind of put in there that we could still do more. We could still do more to decrease the stigma, especially around the emotional aspect. So if this video resonated for you, please like and subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next one.